Hi everyone, Claudia here from Light in Clarity. Why did you choose to incarnate now in this period of time in our history? I'd like you to pick which Archangel has that message for you. Archangel Michael, Archangel Haniel, or Archangel Uriel. Just bear with me for those of you who picked Archangel Michael. So those of you who chose Archangel Michael, he talks about you being quite a wise group of people. You're quite interested in the way in which people think, society thinks, the way in which the world works. You're interested in human life. A lot of you have not led a lot of lives here on earth, and you chose to come from your different planets from which you have had incarnations, those different types of societies on those planets. You chose to bring what is that you learnt from those lifetimes on those different realms, on those different planets to Earth. You wanted to enrich the Earth. You wanted to assist. You wanted to experience what it is like to be a part of the earthly society. And a lot of you have got a lot of wisdom. I'm going to call you wisdom keepers. You also wanted to bring the energy of compassion to Earth. Michael says the Earth was crying and has been crying for a long, long time. I didn't know this till now. And he says you came here because you wanted to bring peace to the Earth, love to the Earth, reassurance on Earth. As the cries of others are felt on our soil, and Mother Earth feels them, you wanted to bring in that sense of compassion, understanding. There are also some of you who channel back to heaven, talking about what it is that you are observing here on the earth plane. Bringing back to the heavens what it is that we can do when we are home in the heavens to assist the society on earth. And Michael is reminding me, he says, there are many jobs that we all hold when we go home to the heavens. There are those who are the balance keepers for earth and for many other realms. There are those who are in charge of bringing new types of technology, we say in inverted commas, to different planets, to different worlds, including Earth. There are many that work in the Akashic records as well that are watching this. Many of you hold far more, he says, far more skills than you are aware of that you bring to the earth. And that is the reason why you chose to incarnate at this period of time. All right, thank you. I'm going to thank Michael as well. All right, as we move to those of you who have picked Archangel Haniel. So those of you who have picked Haniel are quite intuitive, she says. You see beyond far more than other people. She says it's when you're looking at others, when you're looking at a situation, you see more deeply, you hear further what others are saying, you see further into than what others see. So a lot of you are quite intuitive, Haniel says. And Haniel says that some of you have come from her soul group. I will talk about soul groups another time, but you have come from Archangel Haniel's soul group, where you chose to study under Archangel Haniel before starting your career incarnating. And you bring that sense of balance to the earth. She shows it to me in water, that sense of clarity and that intuitive wisdom, that intuitive understanding, where you see further than what people are saying, where you see further than what people see. A lot of you are healers as well who have chosen Haniel, she says. A lot of you have a lot of untapped abilities, but you use other abilities to bring healing to the lives of others, healing around you. Some of you are presence healers and you are not aware of this. Others have felt better after being in your presence, after speaking to you. Haniel says you chose to come here during this time to also experience feeling fear. So Haniel says this fear that you chose to come to experience at this period of time was about you learning to keep your faith, learning to lean into faith. And it's almost like you bring a reassurance to others that are fearful as well. But you came here to learn faith and fear. As well. All right, I'm going to thank Archangel Haniel for coming in. All right, as we move on to the Archangel Uriel group, please be with me while I bring in Uriel. Thank you. So those of you who have chosen Uriel, Uriel says you tend to walk your paths. You tend to have a truth about you that you step up to the line and you own. You're like, yep, I know this is true about me. Yep, I know this is what I'm like. It's like you came here to own your truth. You came here to bring the energy of truth to earth. And you're often one that, not all of you, but some of you are often ones that speak truth to others. They know where they stand with you. You're quite clear cut when you want to be. Others of you are learning to do that, Uriel says. Just seeing what else Uriel is saying. Bear with me. Uriel says you came here to bear witness to what occurs here on the earth with what is happening around you. A lot of you feel it in your hearts. A lot of you mourn what you see on the earth. Uriel says you are quite a good sounding board for others, and you are a good sounding board for earth. It is merely your presence that brings that truth in, that owning your truth, stepping up to the line, walking your path, being direct and being practical in a direct way. You came here to experience the darkness and the light, the confusion and the clarity, finding the light in the darkness, finding your way through the smog, the fog is what he shows me. It's like you came here to clear the atmosphere. As you find your way through, and you hold the torch behind you, Uriel says, showing others the way as you walk your paths forward. You hold a lot of inner strength, Uriel says, far more than you're aware of, and you hold a lot of stamina in this lifetime. And you came here to teach both and to experience both. All right, I'm going to thank Uriel for coming in. Many, many blessings. I'll see you again next week. Happy weekend, everybody.